right, guys, welcome back to Overshot, a paintball podcast. I'm so happy you're joining us again, spending your time with us. You guys are looking extra beautiful this time. I don't know what it is. Whatever you guys are doing at home, keep it up the good work. But before I get started with our guests, who I'm super excited to talk to, I got to tell you about the companies that are helping us out. The first one is Die Zanda Sports. Their banner's behind me. They make great jerseys, SF joggers, gloves. They have a ton of kind of like pro things signing with them. I know Patty Gleason from Off the Leash has his stuff through their website, as well as Seattle Thunder. So if you guys are looking to go pick any of that stuff up, their website is diezanasports.com, and the code is Overshot, and you'll save 10% off your whole order. Not one item. You can have 10 things in there. You'll get 10% off all of it. So definitely go check them out. And the second company is Volcano. I love their bag. The bag is behind me. It's the only bag I use now. It's perfect for up here in the Northeast, man, because it's not a roller bag. It's a backpack. So I'm not rolling it through the snow when it's mucky and gross. I'm just, boom, on my back. Fits all my gear. People are saying it's small. Man, it's not that small. I fit all my gear. It's really not. I mean, if you got to bring 10 guns with you every practice, I mean, that's on you, fam. That's on you, fam. But so go to their website, volcanousa.com. The code is Overshot10, and again, you'll get 10% off your whole order. But I'm super excited to talk to Elliott Rodriguez, my man Elrod.
What's up, y'all?
Hopefully you follow him on all his stuff. We'll definitely be plugging that later. But he's fresh off the Tiki's 10-man event. That's mainly what we're going to be recapping. If you want to know more about Elliott, he's been on a previous episode, so I highly recommend you go check that out. We dig into his past, his history, and what led up to today. But Elliott, again, thank you for joining us.
And as always, thank you for having me, dude. This is always too much fun. I feel honored being here. You know?
No, dude, the honor is all ours. So, like
and
I
coming
said,
back from a Tiki's event, it's more like coming back from a fresh ass whooping. My butt's still a little sore from it, but it is what it is.
Yeah, again, we're going to get into it because one of the big reasons why I wanted to have you is because you said you didn't play well. And I think that's a big part of paintball because there's only one team wins the tournament, so you're not always playing good. But even before all that stuff, what was your first impressions of the field for people that have never been there? You roll up to the field. What's the field like?
That's what I was going to bring up regardless because I was blown away. It gave me, this is going to be weird to say, but it kind of gave me the way that they had the tent and the lining set up kind of reminded me of like ICC, to be honest, which was really nice. And when you pulled up into a parking lot or paved parking lot. I don't know why that was hard for me to say. But you pulled up into a paved parking lot and it was so nice. The area, it was just a beautiful day. I mean, it was very suited to be a Florida event. And the golden pineapples, it was just a fun, that was the tone that the staff set it was fun. The refs made it fun. I have no complaints. I mean, that event was beautiful. It was ran well. At one point in time, they were ahead of schedule. So they had to stop down to, so they can make the schedule actually happen instead of rushing other teams.
Whoa. A paintball tournament and ahead of schedule? Heresy. I don't believe it.
They had to stop. They were like, look, guys, this is bad taboo. We gotta slow down and get back on schedule.
That's amazing.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. The event was great. Seeing all the people and friends, it was like one of my first events back. I mean, granted, I did get to guest with the All-Americans for Rico's 10-man event, which was cool. It was bittersweet to see them win. I love seeing my friends win, but I want to compete with them, and we never even got to draw swords because we didn't even make it out of prelim. So maybe next time.
Yeah, you did. I mean, we'll get into it, but it was very close. The score was very close.
Well, it was close for. I mean, I know we're gonna get into it, but we're here. So
yeah.
I don't want to say that we played bad collectively. It's just we never synced up, right? You can go to an event, everything goes right, and you still don't make the finals. But for us, it was not even our breakouts were fine. Like if you go back and look at it, we maybe lost one or two people. I was one of them off like the second game. I got shot off the break, but other than that, I think we lost maybe one or two other people the whole prelim. So off the break, we were fine. It was just in the middle of the games. We just the one thing that I felt like the Saberwolves were pretty good at is communication, putting things together. And the longer the games go on, I feel like that's the more dangerous that we are because we're able to work together and close out games. So at least that's what we feel like our strengths are. And we just couldn't sync up. You know what I mean? Like for a basketball analogy, it was just five dudes trying to play iso ball. No one was trying to work together. No one was willing to pass. No one was willing to set the screen and move around. And it really just came from just the year off. You know what I mean? A lot of people in 2020, when I would go to different events and, like we guested for a few of them. People would ask like, "What's with the Saberwolves?" Da 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 da, and it more or less just came from COVID, the pandemic and everything. So
Right.
we were able to sync up as a team and practice and do the things that some of the other teams have been able to do, which we talked about a little bit beforehand, which just shows that 10-man teams are going out there, they're practicing, everyone's getting better, they're working as a team, they're getting tighter and tighter as their own perspective Wolfpack, and it's great to see. I love seeing the competition go up because it's just going to make everybody a better paintball player.
No, you're right. Everyone is definitely getting after it. So the
Yeah,
other thing I wanted to ask is this the first tournament, I guess, since the last ICPL for the Saberwolves?
yeah,
Yeah, right.
uh-huh.
Yeah, so it's been a little bit since you guys have played together, man.
It really has been. And I don't want to just like down us too much because that's not gonna help us get out of the rut, right? I don't want to keep beating us down because we've got to focus on getting up. But I do want to
Right.
like give a shout out to like All Americans, Spesh, LP, my boy Alex Spence. Those guys played phenomenal. Like that was some of the best paintball I've seen them play like ever. To be honest, they were playing lights out the whole time. So that was cool. It was good to see. Those are my buddies. I like to see them. And speaking of other buddies, you had like Nick Brown and Jason Hansen on Fight Club. And Fight Club, they
Oh yeah.
played great. You know what I mean? They played out like
Yeah, they
Fight
had a good
Club.
event.
Yeah. So it's I hate not performing, right? But when it's people that I know, people that I like to see, and they're doing good, at least I can go out and say, my friends did well. Good for them.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. So we'll get into more of the games breakdown, but for
Mhm.
people that weren't there or don't know anything, so the field I believe was Hyper, Woods, and Mounds,
No,
right?
no, one mound and a town field. So there's no
A
woods
town field, no
and no
woods.
hyper. So the town's field, which it was interesting and not in a bad way. It was just really big bunkers, and it almost felt like a Call of Duty gunfight map. I was down with. I
Yeah.
liked it. The snake was huge. It was not like anything else where like anybody could play the snake. The snake. I want to say even Steve. Steve could play the snake in this one. It was huge.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, the town field had a big snake. What like so how like I don't know how well did the town field kind of break down? I saw there was like huts, but it was really kind of hard to see like
Yeah,
exactly.
I would like to say it's like a Call of Duty map. It's a 3-lane map. It had a really like predominant snake side. It had a center, which was a big wall, which big building, right? It would have
Hmm.
like two windows on adjacent on either side, and then you had a big building right adjacent to that, and another one adjacent to that, and you had like this V structure in the back center. So that kind of made a line, and then on the D side, it was like another line, except in the 50, which like 50 Dorito, which more or less was like this playground area. It had
Hmm.
like those 50-gallon water, those square water gallons.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
had
yeah.
those made up like a Minecraft little L shapes that
Oh,
you
that's
could
neat
play.
though.
Oh, it was great. And the Doritos are these giant like basically cutouts of the square wood with the like the basically making a 90-degree and a 90-degree L and putting it together. So it was
Right.
super easy for anybody and everybody to play. And that Dorito side was just people were flying down it. When I walked it, me being the snake guy, I was like, dude, this snake is great. I'm just gonna fly right down. But even
Yeah.
with you getting the snake flying down, the people in the Doritos, they didn't even have to like dive. They could just run and just keep going.
Right, right, right. Cool,
I
man.
think like
So
Master Blasters, like they ran out like they do this every time, but like they ran out the snake, the sub, and they ran everywhere. And we're just like, damn, you can just go
yeah,
everywhere on this field.
that's like their MO is like they want to take the real estate off break.
Yeah,
Like
and they do most of the time.
yeah,
Kudos
dude,
to
they got a
them.
dude,
Yeah.
very athletic, fast dudes. Like I've known those dudes on Master Blasters for a couple of years now. They're
Yeah,
no joke.
no, and shout out to them since they just won out the Rico's event, right? That was the
Yeah,
event they put it together. I feel so bad. It's Nick. I'm not gonna say his last name because
the
I'm gonna.
Sarno.
Yes. That guy balled out. I don't really know him personally, but that event at Rico's event, I remember watching him just because he and I tend to play similar, or at least on the same side of the field. And I was like, yo,
Yeah,
this kid is on it this week, and he's on.
yeah. No, they're getting after it. They're working hard, and they have a lot of like athletic dudes, like Baskins, Norma, their snake guy. Like he's an ex NCAA like lacrosse player. Like
Really?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that
He
ass.
yeah, he had a neat like it's so funny, like you hear so many like good paintballers, but I want to say it was a knee injury and he couldn't play anymore. And like so that kind of like led him to like play paintball and now he's like, dude, a savage, dude. Like
Yeah.
you want to talk about explosive. I was talking to him about this, I think, in Massachusetts, 10 man. You just see like I'm an older dude, so it takes me like 1 or 2 steps to get to like full speed or whatever. Dude,
Yeah.
from his first step to his last step is the same speed, just incredibly fucking fast.
That's
It's
awesome.
insane. He's
There
so
has to be something
explosive.
to said about those college players who could just, or college athletes, or like just superstar athletes who could just, whatever it is, any athletic endeavor, they can figure it out.
Right?
The only thing that's going to slow him down is what's in between his head. And if he's halfway as smart, to be a lacrosse player, he's going to figure it out.
Oh yeah, he is, and he's like, he's out there
Mhm.
balling with people like Frank Connell and Rosie. He's learning.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Cool. So
And they won the event, so he's learned. Now he's applying.
right now they're trying, like I said, they're really, I'm super impressed. I'm proud to call those guys my friends, to see the work. Like, I know they're out there playing every weekend, and to see them succeed is really awesome, man. It really is. I hope they keep it up.
Yeah, and to go back at it, like All American, Master Blaster, all these guys are getting really, really good, which makes me excited because not I don't want to be. This is going to sound a little cocky. I know I can play paintball, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you want to go out and play paintball against people who know also how to play paintball very well.
Right.
So at the end of the day, everyone throws it all out there. Sometimes you're going to win, sometimes you're going to lose, but it's just about that constant grind. And that's what I love about it.
And constant fighting, and go back to what you were saying before, is that like you have to stay on it, because like I said, I can't speak for all these other 10-man teams, adrenaline and this, that, but I know for a fact, because like I said, I know these guys. I'm in their private group chat. I see every weekend they're out there playing. I know for a fact. So, and if you're not, dude, it's gonna show. And like you're saying, you guys haven't practiced a lot. You guys haven't played an event in a long time.
Yeah, and like it even goes to like the preparation. I don't want to beat us down, but like if we normally you show up to an event, you're walking the field as a team, you go to dinner as a team. There's just certain things that you do even off the field for proper preparation, because if you fail to prepare, you should prepare to fail, right?
Yeah.
And that was on our once more, it was on our hands. We really did not do a good job of capitalizing on the preparation, on the individual preparation, on the team preparation. So when we stepped on the field, it showed.
Yeah. Now I have a little saying too that I say to myself, and it's that success happens when preparation meets opportunity. So when you prepare for the opportunity, bam, that's when you succeed, man.
Yeah, and you should always be preparing for that opportunity, because you never know what it's going to be.
You never know, man. You never know. So you guys, like I said, I talked about the scores. You guys only missed, really, I think, because it took 6. So I think you guys only missed by like 3 or 4 points. So even though you talk about,
oh really?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure, right? They took top 6, right? I think that's what I read. Yeah. I'm pretty sure the difference between you guys and 6th place was like 5 points. Just so you know.
Wow. Yeah, I did not know that.
Because I was looking at the scores, and even the one above that, I think, was only like 10 points more. And then I think 5th place was like the big jump where they had like 50 or 60 more than you guys.
Yeah, so, but I thought that 50 or 60 was going for the cut. I thought we really, really missed it. So that's a little refreshing, because individually, shout out to the ups on the team. Sean Martin and Fajardo played some of the best paintball they've ever played. Unfortunately, we put them in a position where they had to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A few times, but God, woo! It was really fun watching them from the dead box, I have to say.
Yeah. Isn't it always funny when it's like, they're like, damn, dude, you were balling out. And you're like, yeah, dude, I have no fucking choice, bro.
Yeah,
Otherwise, we're going to lose the game.
You want us to lose? Well, no, but I didn't mean to put you in that position.
Yeah. No, so like I was saying, so how many games did you play on each field? And what order did you play them in?
We had for us personally, we had 5 games on the Mountains field and then 3 games on the Towns field. And the Mountains field was like a smaller version of Rico's field, or at least it felt like that. So for those who played Rico's field, that's a little familiar. It was super fast paced. It was a lot of fun, and it was really like they had this weird center structure. We called it a playground, but it was basically like a 3x3 of mounds, if that makes sense. So like a little like a dice, and you have lines 3.
Yep.
And that hindsight, just send people through that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get some guys out wide just to watch over them, and just have those guys just sing, all the way up, because then they're going to take the guys, and if their back guys or the secondary guys can finish up those games, that's how you win that field pretty much every time.
Right. Were the mounds like fresh dirt, or had they been there for a minute and there's like grass and stuff on top?
There was definitely a lot of grass on them. It was well worn in. And obviously it's a Mounts field, so when you walk in at Friday, it has really lush grass. So you're looking at some shots, and by the time you actually play it, you're like, I really thought this was a little bigger when I was walking this.
Yeah. No, I only asked because like I remember for ICC the first year it was like they just
Right.
made it. It was like dirt, just dirt. And
It
then the
was
second
sketchy dirt because if you remember, it had like jagged logs sticking out of it. It was like, man, don't get into that thing too hard, or you're gonna get impaled.
or it was like loose dirt, so you'd go to like climb over the top of the mountain and you just fucking slide back
Yeah,
down.
yeah, that too.
But the year after the grass had grown in and it played like way different, you know? You didn't have
It
to
did.
play
It was.
as small.
How did you like it with all the grass?
Dude, I loved it. It's so much better
Yeah,
with the grass.
I agree. I agree.
I'm a bigger dude, so like that all those little inches matter, dude. The first year I felt like I had to play everything like this. Every bunker was like this.
Yeah, that's true. No, you're 100% right. The blind shots were way more easy for the balls just to drop in because that grass wasn't catching it and helping the splatter and everything.
That's what I'm saying, dude. So
Yeah.
like the first year I was like pretty much just hiding from my life and the god on the snake side. That's what it felt like. I'm like, get him, Dale, get him. You do it. You're so good.
They're all shooting me. Don't worry.
Yeah, keep shooting them. But, so you get and were like all your mounds the first day, and then like your Townsfield was second day. Because I saw they split it up.
Yeah, for us, it wound up working out nicely where all our mounds fields were working together, and then we had our towns field the next day. So,
Okay.
And it's such a, I don't want to like, how do I say this? Our first game on mounds, it had a very good game on mounds. That was like our first opening. We won. We in a good showing. Second game we lost. Third game I think we won, but once more had to put who won that one? Sean and Jacob Edwards. We had to put them in a position where they needed to go out win that game. And then the rest of the mounds games we fell apart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was a tough Mountsville for us to learn, and once more, it comes from that off-field preparation that we just slacked off on. And then leading on to the next day for the Townsfield, our mindset was okay. We just have to win and go out. A lot of, at least myself personally, I didn't look at the scoreboard once. I never really look at the scoreboard. I just treat every game like it's my first or my last.
You got to win them all, right? Doesn't matter which one it is.
Exactly. So. But on Sunday, we really were like, okay, if we want to go on, we got to win these all.
Yeah.
But really, guys, we got to win them all. And the first game against Masterblast, I'm having such a bad memory. I just remember them taking everything off the break. I want to say that we came out at the end, but that was just a messy game because we got a penalty, then they got a penalty, then we got a penalty, and then I think we just one guy left alive in the madness of that game, right? Second game we lost, and then the third game we went out and won. That's what it was because we wound up having a 5-3 score or something like that, whatever.
But that one dude who's always left alive in the end is always like an hysterical thing to watch. He's like, guys, hello.
For sure, it was Sean Martin. It was Sean, he was Mr. Clutch. Just, unfortunately, had to put his ass on the burners.
Yeah, that's why it's like. Whenever like one of our things we like to do is if you're the last guy alive, you always talk to Julio. So hopefully the other team thinks there's somebody else alive.
Talk to
Julio. Do Julio. Yo, they're on me, Julio. Fucking nobody there.
That's funny, but hey, that does work though, because if you're in a one-on-one, right, and all of a sudden you start hearing the other guy, you're gonna you have to question it just for a second, just to confirm, wait, is there somebody else?
I would, even if I knew that team, and even if I knew there was no Julio, I'd be like, who the fuck is he talking to?
Yeah, and the midst of it, it's really hard to be like, no, you're bullshitting.
Right, right. Especially in a game, right? Everything's going like 9,000 miles a minute.
For sure, your heart rate's already elevated. It's probably been more than 3, 4, 5 minutes at the 10-man game, so you're like, all you're thinking about is that damn flag and this asshole in front of you who's talking to Julio, and you're like, where the fuck is this guy?
Yeah. No, speaking of that, so like I played an event like this weekend. It was the Savage Squeaks Classic up here, but the games were only 5 minutes. Dude, that is so short. Holy crap!
Was it a 5-man or 10-man?
Yeah, it was a 5-man.
Okay. But still,
I couldn't even tell. Yeah, still, it was like, because like I said, I'm so used to like these 10-minute games. Dude, the times were expiring, and I'm like, yo, what's happening? Why is everyone stopping? Like, yo, the game's over. I'm like, the game is over already? I'm like, I just got here.
That's my secondary right now.
Yeah, I only shot 3 pods. What? I mean, it's been 5 minutes.
Oh man, when you're saying that, this just came into the front of my head. I wanted to talk to you about this. I was reading online. I think it was I forget what account, but it was in the nature of these X-ball players saying that the X-ball games are too slow now, and that X-ball needs to go back to how it used to be at like 15 balls per second.
Dude, I kind of agree.
Yeah,
I kind of agree, especially for that format. I think because there's two different formats. You know, if you want to shoot slow, like let's be real, if you're shooting a mechanical gun, I am pretty confident in the fact that me, you, and everybody else who does this could shoot at least 10 balls a second if they wanted to. You know,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not.
You could definitely get on it.
So if you're gonna limit the rate of fire, play the mechanical. But if you want to shoot fucking machine guns, then you could go play this. And I think it might make it a little bit more exciting because I think we're losing that interest of the person that really doesn't play. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I watched it. I had off today. I watched the divisional, the Lone Star Open or whatever.
Yep.
But my girlfriend's not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not that interesting. But maybe if they're shooting 15 balls a second, dudes are getting their wig split, walking off the field with like 14 hits on the head. She might be like, "Yo, what the fuck is that?" Like that's paintball. That's a man sport.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I mean, I just think they should definitely try. Why not try? See what happens.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe I'm just such a 10-man advocate. I'm like, you guys think that game is slow? Play one of ours. Like it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I still don't think X-Ball is that slow. I don't know if 10 balls a second. I think probably 15. I think you probably should ramp it up.
Mm-hmm.
But I also, at that same time, that same breath, I also think that there should maybe be a paint cap, so you don't have guys standing in a corner holding a zone.
I think it should be four pods.
4 pods, and then
four
when
pods.
let's say, okay, go. Let's keep going through this. If I have 4 pods, you have 4 pods. We're on the start gate. I'm the 1. You're the 2. Can I give you one of my pods so you have 5 and I have 3?
Yep.
See, I like that a whole bunch. I think that brings a whole nother element to the to X-Ball. And I also think X-Ball needs to do themselves a favor and stop releasing field layouts. Like you
they did that for this one. For this Lone Star Open, they didn't release the field layout.
I love it. You know what I mean? And I hope that they do this for all the events going forward then.
Me too. You know? I agree.
Because I think there's a certain element and a skill that Tin Man has of walking a field and figuring out how it's going to play, or at least learning from just walking it. Okay, this is how this is going to feel. It's going to run this way. This spot's going to hold this. You know what I mean?
And there's like we were saying before, it gives that nod to preparation. Like I'm sure you guys do because we do it too, bro. We go out to these fields, we bring a notepad, we draw the field. So when we're at dinner, we could sit there and look at it.
Yeah.
You know?
Justin Owen does it. Shout out to Justin because he goes out there and he'll have a little shading and he'll have like a little what is it called, a legend where it says, okay, if it's this box and dark shaded, it equals this, and he has it all broken down. And you're just like, holy crap! No wonder you're a doctor. You got to
Justin was so cool too. I was so happy he came on and spent some time with us. You would think I know the episode number. I should have prepared a little more, but he was great, dude. Just like the way he approaches life, dude. I love Justin. We agree on a lot of things. I think he's great.
I could sit and just listen to Justin for like 20 minutes, and then I'm motivated and charged to like go kick ass in life. Just not outside of paintball, just in life. He's just such a motivating, badass individual.
Dude, I love it. And his whole family plays. He's such a cool story. But that's not his episode. He had his own. This is your episode.
Go check that one out. It's a great episode. I listened to it like 2 times, as well as
I believe it's in the 60s. If I'm not, it's 60 something, maybe 61 or 62. But like I said, this is your episode. So let's keep talking about you. So the event is over for the Saberwolves again. You wanted to do better because we all want to do better, but it didn't happen. What were some of the things that were said afterwards that you're going to do going forward to prepare for the next event? And what is that next event for you guys?
Damn, I wish I had an answer for that. That's a scary rebuttal. But here's the thing: one thing that we did, we got pissed off. Right? Yeah. The Wolfpack is pissed. I will for everybody out there, we were all pissed because we know we did not play even remotely close to the level that we could play at. Right. And we all came. The beautiful thing is no one on the team pointed a finger at one specific person. This is your fault. You did this. You did that. You know, not a single time, even when we lost games that were just like maybe we should have gotten a little bit more agitated, we kept it cool and we just said, okay, you know, we got to work on this. Okay, we didn't do that. Why didn't we do this? What could we do? You know what I mean? So we're leaving pissed. We're having some scheduled practices at Insane Paintball. That's what we're going to be doing from now to then. And I believe there's a tournament in May that we rumored to talk about, but I forget the name of the event. I don't want to just pull something out of my ass.
Oh, yeah, same anything. But is ICPL in the future for you guys? You guys coming up north to hang out with us?
Yeah,
let's go.
For sure. The event that was rumored, I believe, was the New York event, like a Woods Ball.
The Woods Ball World Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they got enough. I should, because I shouldn't say that because I don't know stuff, but I think they still needed more teams. I don't know 100% though.
Okay, I know like they were talking about a Woods Ball World Cup. That's the name of it. And I
Yep,
was
it's
like,
gonna be at PSI. It's like it's actually the field that the Master Blasters practice. It's great, dude. It's crazy. Kevin was walking me through some of the old school field. Like we're talking old school like tournament in like '92, and the
yeah,
field is like he was like, bro, we ran for an hour before anybody shot a gun.
that's insane. That is cool.
But
So
they're going to do it up there, but they shorten the fields. Obviously, I've played
yeah,
on some of the newer fields that they're going to use. It's obviously way smaller, but
that,
I do think that they needed a couple more teams. I would have to talk to. I should get Kevin on here to talk about it, but I do think they're looking for some more teams.
I hope. Well, then I hope they can put it together because I would like to play it because in 2016 that was the first event the Wolves officially came back together and they played that.
Yeah.
And then rumor has it that Anna Owen, Justin Owen's daughter, her
Yep.
cleat is somewhere still on that field because it was rainy and muddy, and she lost it on that field on one of the woods fields. So there's a cleat somewhere out there, and it has Anna's name on it.
And it's definitely still there because they don't clean shit, so it's definitely still there.
Oh, it'd be funny if we could find it. Oh, that'd be funny.
Maybe we will play on the same fields. That'd be too funny. So, like you're saying, you guys have some scheduled practice coming up, but I love how
Yeah,
you guys didn't point fingers because I wanted to say that because I'm a big inward guy too. Like I'll never attack another dude on my team. Like this is what you should have done. I'm like I should have done more to help him, And I think that's a good way to build team chemistry because if you're pointing fingers a lot and yelling and screaming, I don't think that's like the best way to turn it around if it's not going well. You know what I'm saying?
for sure. This is not an issue on the team because we all do this, myself
Yeah.
included. Hey guys, I'm sorry. I got shot. I got shot from this. It was my bad. It won't happen again.
Right.
I'll
do better.
I'll do better. 100%. And they look at you and they say, okay, do better. And it's that's cut dry, move, and we move on. Then it's okay. When Fajardo, when you get to this spot, I need you to look this way, and I'll look this way. And when we give you the code, I want this guy to bait me, so he's rapping. And then when I say switch, then we do that. And then we start putting stuff together along those lines.
Right, and you speak calmly, and that's how you get information across. I really like that because there's definitely passion in paintball. Like, I'm not a big guy that do it outward, but like, trust me, when I walk the field after a loss, I am not in a good mood. I'm not happy. Things just did not go well. But I'm also not like the dude that's going to punt his loader. I'm not going to throw my pods. I'm not going to toss my gun because I feel like that also takes me out of the game. Another big thing I like to preach is don't lose the next game because of the last one. The last game happened. That shit's over, dude. No matter how pissed you are or how whatever, they're not going to change that one. You got to play the next one, man.
Yeah, something that was said to me by a couple different guys on the team who used to play professional paintball. They're like, look, what makes it professional is when you lose a point, you lose a game, you lose a little battle. It's just that battle. It's not you as a person. You move on to the next one and you do it like nothing's happened before and nothing great is going to come out of it. You just do it like it's your job,
Yep.
And it was great. Like, and more going to the example for me, how you'll never find me flipping a table, throwing, screaming. That's just not my character. But what I do I just walk away. I kind of remove myself from the situation, kind of sit down. At this event specifically, behind the field, there was like a little farm with some sheeps and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And as soft as this sounds, there's some like tall grass and weeds, and I just plucked it and just headed over the fence, and like two little sheep came over, like whatever they were, sheep came up and ate it from my hand, and it just completely took me away from everything that I was doing. And I was like,
yeah,
I'm not gonna be mad that I got shot out. Like it was specifically, we were playing mounds, and I'm just holding my shot. Not a ball, no pressure, no nothing. All of a sudden, just in the center of my face, and I'm like, I don't even know. You know what I mean? But that took me out of my own head so much because there was no pressure, there was no balls, there was no, you know what I mean? I was just shooting.
Well, it's almost worse. I hate that worse. I'd rather know. I'd rather be like, oh, I made a mistake. There's a dude right there. I'm a fucking
better
idiot.
Than me in that moment.
Yeah.
I'm okay with if someone comes out and gets a good shot on me, I'll high five your ass. Great shot. But on a moment like that, I'm like, I let my team down. I let Fajardo down. I don't like that. So that's in that moment. That's just what I remember how I handled that situation.
That's too funny. It's like, dude, how can you be mad at a sheep, dude? He's just trying to.
That's what I'm saying. I just was like, and then at the end of the day, I was like, I'm feeding fucking sheep. I'm supposed to be over there at a paintball tournament. What the fuck am I doing? Get back over there. You know what I mean?
Right, time to focus. Too funny, dude. That's why I love you. You're the best, Elliott. So, I mean, we've talked a bunch about paintball, but I definitely want to help you grow your personal brand because I know that's a big part of what you do outside of paintball. So, tell us
Yeah,
what's been going on with Anytime Fitness. You've been helping keep me in shape. My girlfriend makes fun of me because I'm always planking and doing weird shit when we're watching TV.
I love it. I
So,
love
tell us how that's going. Yeah, dude. Because dude, another big thing that I like to say a lot is just do a little bit more, and that little bit more might be more than somebody else. So
it. Yeah.
like I'm hoping the dude that I'm battling against isn't planking while the commercials for Black Sails are on and working on his core or doing some leg lifts. Because I am, dude, and that's just gonna show when we're fucking out there battling.
That's on a, it's always and a little bit is better than nothing, right? So even if
Right?
you're doing a little bit, it's better than you just sitting on the couch.
Dude,
And
100%.
I'm a nerd at heart, right? Huge into gaming, love the Avengers, Marvel series. I love all of that. So I want to speak out to the people who sit on the couch, who vegetate, binge, do all the stuff, who just nerd out. You guys need to get up and get moving. When you're a body at rest is going to stay at rest. A body in motion wants to keep in motion, and you
Right.
don't have to be LeBron James and go out and work out and have a crazy workout schedule. You don't need that. You need 20 to 30 minutes each and every day to just move. You could break it into weightlifting. You could break it into some cardio. You could break it into a lot of different facets in life. It doesn't have to be the same thing every day, and I don't think it should be the same thing every day. And
Right.
that's what's been going on with the Anytime Fitness stuff. Is I've talked a little bit about this beforehand, but I want to do my live streaming, and I want to get involved with the community and do my live stream workouts. I've been doing some like core workouts, like my daily dose of fitness, which is what I've been getting at. It's just a little bit of fitness each and every day. And I want to find a way that I can structure that and get that distributed and get that out to you guys, because I want to. If I can just help one person move better and feel better, then that's the biggest win for me.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, dude, I love it. I try, like I said, I watch it. I try and work out, and I think the videos and stuff like that are great because, like, even if you say like or whatever, I know they're typically like 30 minutes, to like an hour, but let's just say you only have 15. Like, you don't have to do the whole thing. You can
Yeah, you
watch it
don't
for
have
those
to.
15 minutes, and then whatever you got to go to work or whatever you got to do.
Yeah, and also there's gonna be, and this is gonna be true for some people. They can't do the full 30-minute workout. You can really realistically do 10 to 15 minutes of good fitness. Let that be it. It's not about where you start. If you start out with like, oh shit, I'm genuinely out of breath at 10 minutes, that's okay. It's not about being out of breath in 10 minutes. It's about where you're gonna be in 2 weeks from now. Because at 2 weeks, you're probably gonna be at like 15 to 20 minutes. And then another like month out, you'll be at a full, 20, 25 minutes of being able to put in good, consistent work. And then all of a sudden, 6 months down the line, you've dropped 20, 30 pounds. All of a sudden, you have more confidence in yourself, not only on the field, but off the field. I think fitness should enhance your life. And I think it has the capacity to make everyone's quality of life just a little bit better.
Dude, I totally agree. And because it doesn't have to be like a lot. Like I only do like 15, 20 minutes. I have to do it before work because I cannot do it after work. I am very tired when I get home from work.
Yeah.
Dude, it's nice because I feel like even before I even go to work, like I've completed something, like I did something today. And typically it's not a lot. Like, dude, probably 7 minutes of it is stretching because I'm old and I don't want to die. So like realistically, like I'm just doing like a 15-minute hit workout, but bro, I get a little sweat. And like I said, the way I look at it, that's the dudes I'm hopefully my opponents aren't doing that. And then like that'll just set me above them.
And you know what? Even going past that, like for you, just that the stretching, the hit, it's not even about. To me, it's not about if my opponent is doing it or not, right? It's just at the end of the day, you've done everything you need to do to make sure that you're the best version of yourself stepping onto the field. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then at the end of the day, that's the individual, that's the person who's going to leave it all out there. Is what you bring out there.
Yeah, exactly. And like I was saying, a little bit like if you're someone who does nothing, this is like the real person I want to speak to because, bro, you don't have, like I said, you don't have to hit it for an hour. You don't have to go from doing nothing to working out for an hour, dude. 15 minutes will change your life, dude. I'm telling you.
It really will. Hell, there's a lot of bro science to like walking off your food. It really is. Like all the paintball players who are just using paintball as their fitness and they go out to the field, I promise you, if you do 10 minutes of just movement each and every day before the paintball field, it doesn't have to be a lot. You're going to become a better paintball player because you're going to be able to make better decisions later on in the game because you're not huffing and puffing on air, not calling you out, but I'm calling you out because we all make poor decisions when we're tired. Fatigue makes cowards of us all, right? So you want to fight fatigue. You don't ever want to catch yourself in a fatigue state, because as soon as you do, you start making mental errors, right? And once more, you don't have to be Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan out there just going crazy, crazy fast, crazy hard all the time, but just a little bit of movement, doing some push-ups, doing some sit-ups, doing some planks. You could follow me and get free fitness. I give out free workouts every Sunday. I have next week's already scheduled and populated. So all you have to do is just go to my Facebook page, get Facebook link this guy right here, Elliott Rodriguez, and you're gonna find me. It's your boy. It's Elliott. We're doing it every day.
I'll have all links in description too. I'll have your group links, your Daily Dose of Fitness, your Facebook, your Instagram. All your stuff will be linked, because I think everyone should be doing a little something, and I think you're a great provider of that content. I really do love all the content you push out there.
I put a lot of content out there, and I like to think I'm a halfway decent individual, right? So show some love. I can't wait to see all of you guys there, and let's grow together, because at the end of the day, we're better together. Let's move better. Let's feel better.
Dude, hell yeah. And the last thing I definitely want to touch on a little bit is, because something we both share in common is you have a gaming stream too. I try and watch when I can. I've been in there a couple of times, been chit-chatting it up. So how's that going? And how's the recent war zones been? How we been dropping into Verdansk, or what have we been doing?
We have been dropping in. Honestly, I've been playing a lot of Alcatraz on that Resurgence, but I love it. So I've been doing off Facebook gaming. We talked a little bit beforehand. I've been merging everything on like my fitness and my gaming together, and I'm after this we're gonna start the separation. And I don't know if I'm gonna continue to go on Facebook gaming or Facebook or Twitch. You know what I mean? If I want to go back to Twitch, but it's been honestly it's been a lot of fun. It's because I have a few friends in the paintball community, just a few, not too many. They hop on and they shoot the shit and they say, yo, try this, try that. It's just been fun to interact with them and actually have like a little audience that keeps coming back and check in and have fun. So that's been growing as well. And that's Elrod1. Everything that I do, my OnlyFans, Facebook, Instagram, all of it, Elrod1.
Hell yeah, man. So what have you been rocking? I know, so when you've been, what's your loadout in for Warzone?
Right now, if you're not using the AUG with the FFAR, you're not playing at the fullest capacity. That is the meta right now.
Dude, what's so funny is I don't know if you remember, but I guess it's probably like a month ago, we were talking about how trash the FFAR is.
Yeah,
it's back. It's so good. It's so good.
It's so good. One thing though, if you don't want to use that, my favorite SMG little submachine gun right now is the AKU.
Oh yeah.
The AKU is just I think it's like the Modern Warfare's MP5. It's just like the Swiss Army knife. It's super good. It's not long range, but it's an SMG. It's not supposed to be. But mid to close range, I think that thing is consistent and is a super viable option.
Dude, no, I agree. As far as an SMG goes, that's the one. And so what do you use in multiplayer, and what's your jam for zombies?
Dude, the outbreak mode. You and I have to do the outbreak mode.
I was actually playing this morning for a little bit.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna be literally once we get off, I'm gonna be hopping on there. So if we want to follow this up, we go there. But
hell yeah,
the outbreak mode's been great. I want to peel this back a little bit. Just pull from Call of Duty. I mean, we just talked. We're huge nerds. We love this shit. I did not realize how much of a space there was in gaming. Right? I didn't realize they had professional Call of Duty. I think you and I talked about this a little bit. I didn't realize they had Atlanta FaZe and Chicago Optic and all these different teams were a legitimate thing. I have fallen head into heels into doing my research and everything along those lines. The same time the Lone Star event was going on my iPad, I had the Call of Duty majors going on. Got Seattle Surge versus London Royals today. I think that's who I was watching. But I did not realize there was that world into it, And there's a few subscribers or a few YouTubers like Aiden, who's a big controller guy, who just signed to New York Subliners. And then a guy named Iceman Isaac, who just got signed to NRG. And I have this weird idea that I think in the next 10 to 15 years, esports are going to be just as popular, if not more popular than some mainstream sports, just because of the youth growing up in generations. Just, the things that were cool kind of fade out, and the things that are, that's kind of hipsterish, subculture gets more popular and blossoms. I think esports is going to be that next big thing, and we're starting to see ESPN2 streams, NBA 2K with some of the professional NBA players. I think you're going to start seeing that a lot. Kevin Durant just became an investor in the New York Subliner League, same team that picked up Aiden. And these guys are getting multi-million-dollar contracts to do these
Millions.
content creations. Yeah, millions to create content for these games. And I find it fascinating. Just as a kid who, I don't want to say I was good at video games, but who could smack around at games, and my parents were like, no, go do something outside. And that's kind of where paintball came in. And I was like, damn, what if I kind of kept my hand in gaming? Like just a little bit, because I was like, you're right, I should do something outside. And I just didn't.
Dude, I was the same way because I do video games for days, bro. We had the cardboard thing for GoldenEye because people be looking at screens and I'll fight you if you look at my screen. And then your mom like go outside and play. Like, yeah, all right, I guess I'll go outside and play some sports. I wish I would just sat and played more.
I know, like because you could like, especially with the podcasting and everything going along those lines, it's just like everything worked out synergistically for some of these cats. But that's why I love gaming. I like having a good time. I'm all over the place as it is. So I just like having fun on there like that. I just lost my train of thought. Sorry.
Yeah. No, but like I think gaming's gonna be a huge thing because I think it's a lot of people our age. Because like I find myself like not like bored with TV, but like I don't like watch a lot of TV in my free time. Like when I'm like, oh, dude, I just got off work. What am I gonna do, bro? I think about gaming, dude. I'm not like, oh, let me go watch Friends or some bullshit. And I think that's a lot of people now, like, are more attracted towards gaming.
Well, yeah, it's also another way for like you and I could go in there, hang out, and actually interact and have fun, and go in. And people like winning, right?
Yeah.
And that's why people like the victory royales, where they go in with the team. Everyone's going for one thing. Only one person could be at the end of the island, and you get that satisfaction. Like we're the last one standing. I'm the last one standing. And people that are creating this content, putting it out there, you have the younger audience who are spending their disposable income on people who are behind the brand, right? People who kind of are the brand, and they feel like they're helping their friend out because they feel like they have this weird personal attachment to them. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's
the
where
whole like streamer viewer like relationship is definitely like a strained one. You know what I mean?
It's a very strange one because people are gifting away their dollars to this person because they like what they're doing, and that person is gaining so much engagement, audience, and traction behind them. It's going to be interesting to see over the next few years, like how many commercials we're going to see, like Tim the Tatman and Nicky Merckx and Swag, some like Nate Shot, 100 Thieves, Optic Gaming. Like it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, FaZe is already like a fashion, like a lifestyle. FaZe up.
I love Tim. Tim the Tatman's a streamer I love to watch.
Yeah, he's my favorite. He's my guy that I normally have up whenever I see his "Yo, I'm bald" notification. I got that thing going on in the background.
That's too funny. So, man, we really hit all the things I want to talk about. I really appreciate you for coming on. And so I'm going to give you this opportunity to shout out anything you want to shout out, whether it be your personal brands, whether it be your team. Oh, wait, never mind. I lied. I got one more thing I want to talk about. Did Christian Collins play this event with you guys? Because this would have been his first event with you.
Christian did play with us.
Oh, perfect. So, yeah, never mind. I got one more question. So, how was Christian's first event with you guys? What did you think of him as a player? And all that good stuff.
So, Christian's my homie, my brother. I love him. He is my brother from another mother.
I like Christian a lot too.
Yeah, I genuinely love that guy. He's amazing. Unfortunately, none of us had a good event. Not calling it, but like he did not have the event that he's capable of having. We only got one chance to play on the same side together, and that was fun. And we synced up, but we just didn't do what we needed to do and died off. And it was good. The biggest worry amongst the team of him being brought on would have been like, can he gel? Because the biggest thing is like we're all like a tight knit family. I knew he would gel. He's my best friend. I love that dude. So I wasn't worried about us, but like as a team, because Christian, he's a unique personality. He's an exotic flavor. It's a great flavor, but it's an exotic one. And
it's a good one though. It's a good flavor.
Great flavor. He fit right into the team. And what's more, he never came off and was like, y'all suck. I joined a shitty team. Like, what is this? Like,
what am I doing here?
What am I doing here? Like, he's like, I'm Mr. Hollywood. No, it was nothing like that.
Will Rocks, take me back.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It was nothing. It was nothing like that. He was coming off and he would own up to what, he did. How can I get better? And it was once more, the greatest thing about the team is we don't don't punch each other down. We only punch up, right? So it was never like, okay, how did you get shot? Okay, this is what we need to do to get better. You know what I mean? So that's the biggest takeaway. It was refreshing to see that we got a new person onto the team. They fit well, but not practicing, we have rust on us, and we have to knock off some chemistry. Personally, I don't have too much rust. I've been playing, so I would like to get more involved in some X ball this season. I wanted to do it in 2020, but there was like no paintball. So if there's anybody who's playing some X ball events, I'm willing to travel, and I can play some paintball. You know, so if you guys need an extra person on your team for some X ball, I'm your guy.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Yeah, dude, pick my man up, dude. Get him some spins, dude.
Oh, for sure. I just need one spin. I'll earn the second.
Hell yeah, dude. I love that attitude. You're the best, man. All right. So again, dude, Elliott Rodriguez joining us on the program. He's truly the best. I'm sure he'll be back again to help us recap because we love hanging out with him.
And hopefully I can not be so ADD. I'm like all over the place. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good because it was my fault too because I want to talk a little gaming because, yeah, the FFAR is back, so we had to talk about it. I'll have all his stuff in the description below. You can follow him everywhere to get your workouts and do all that awesome stuff. And thank you guys, listeners, for joining us. And if you made it to the end, I'm going to give you a little snippet. I'm actually getting footage back from that classic event we're talking about. Yeah, this is for the end of the pod fans right here when you stick it to the end. So I'm working on a new intro. I've just licensed the music for the new intro, so I am just waiting on the footage from the cameraman. And so hopefully by not this one coming up, but the next episode, I will have a sick, new, legit intro with fresh new music for you guys, the listeners. So be on the lookout for that. Again, it all depends on when he gets it to me. I'm not trying to rush him. You know, you can't rush greatness. So he's got to, and we all know a little bit what that takes. He's got to upload the footage to his computer and then send it to us. It's going to take time, but like I said, be on the lookout for that. And we'll catch all you guys on the next episode, man. Thank you for joining us.